As part of my source to sea of the Clarence River, one section that I did was Cod Hole to the Junction. This is one of the top whitewater rafting rivers sections in Australia. I took my bike to the closest I could get it to the Junction, then drove back to Cod Hole, then paddled down the river to the Junction camp. Stayed there for a night and then proceeded to hike back up to where the bike was, and then hike my bike back to Cod Hole. This took 3 days in all, and was quite an amazing section of the river, especially coming up to Numbordia Gorge and the campsite at the chute. Here's the footage from that journey. Enjoy. So, food, bedding, electronics, drone, camera, hike out shoes, and miscellaneous, toothbrush. The Cod Hole, right here, going that way. It's going to be a lot of hiking on this one, quite a bit. The river's at about 0.7, so it's dropped about, in 3 days, it's dropped 200 mil. It's quite a bit. So I'm a little bit anxious about this one. There's a lot of portering. So there's about 6 grade 4s and 3 grade 5s, I think, on this section. And even the 3s look pretty gnarly, so it's going to be a case of making sure that the rapids are safe to go down in the falls. So there's going to be a lot of scouting and a lot of hiker kayak, and I won't be taking any risks, hopefully. Wish me luck. This is called Cod Hole Rapids, and it's fairly gnarly. So it's going to be down this chute here, I think, across. The second falls. I think that's too big a drop for me. A bit too risky. It's not far from that first falls. So, just pulled up there. This is going to be a portage, I feel. Yeah, my portage is just going to be down through here, down there, and probably paddle around through there or just drag over there.
Not fucking pretty ball of it. Maybe that's Mungle Rock there. Come on. Oh, bugger, it's a cod. I was hoping it was going to be a brim, but it's cod. But beautiful, beautiful fish. No holes in the kayak. So this is supposed to be a grade 3. I don't think I can get through past this log. I can maybe sneak under it, or maybe come down here and then slide over there. I think what I'm going to do is come down here, maybe drag or sneak through there, drag, maybe bounce over there, drag, bounce over there, and then down that way. I'm looking at the actual falls over there and they just look a bit gnarly to me. I think this is called the hidden elbow. Looks pretty straightforward, except for there's a bit of a suck back thing there spot. You can get stuck in, I'm worried about. So you want to go wide and try and stay along to the right. just past the elbow. And there's this little run here. I'm just going to take that one there, I think. Or maybe just here. This looks like it's sucking around this rock a bit. I think either one I should be fine. Beautiful bit of valley. I'm at this, I think it's called the Rock Run or something. I've got myself into this corner here and I can't go down here. It just looks too gnarly. Simply because it's disappearing in those rocks over to the right. And if I get stuck in there, I don't think I'm getting out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and I either have to try and climb those rocks and pull the kayak over those rocks, or I'm gonna maybe look down the other side and see if I can do an easy portage on the other side. It's a challenging one. Check out the size of that boulder. So I've crossed the river to the other side like a good chicken, just to see what was on the other side, and I'm going to travel just down through here, sneak down here, and then lower the kayak over this. Fuck, that was tight. Woo! Wish I'd have known that at the start. Well, I think this is called the mushroom. So as you can imagine, I'm not going to go down this. Oh, let's go. We're going. Okay, we're good. Oh, there's a rock here. Real good. Oh. So this is my first time trying out the hammock. So a few people have recommended, with the amount of camping I do, to try a hammock. And so I got a pretty basic Hennessy hammock. It's got this cool fly cover thing. It's got this zip up fly thing, but this is the second time I've used it. I gotta say, so far I'm not really a huge fan. It's a lot colder. Like if it's warm climate, it's fine. But if it's cold, you have to get this special insulated sleeping mat that they put in the bottom of these to keep them warm. And I tried it last night, and it wasn't even that cold. And it was amazing how much colder it was than in a tent. Because what happens is the sleeping bag down gets compressed with your body, and normally that's got an insulated pad on the ground of your mat in your tent. But on a hammock, it's just to the air. So what happens is the cold comes through from underneath, and yes, it was cold. So I'm going to give it a few more goes and everything. But so far, like, it's just so it's the end of another long day. Been a good day, quite a few serious rapids, and we're just above one now called the Chute. Just having a bit of dinner, and for dinner I've got mushroom and bacon. These things are really not bad for hiking. They come in a nice package you can just roll up and put in your back in your bag. It weighs nothing, but yeah, as hiking food go, they perfect. One thing I've noticed about the kayaking is that I get hyper focused on the rapids coming up and you know how far away and when, and I'm realizing to stop more and look at the surroundings and relax and take a couple of deep breaths and not be too hyper focused on the actual water bits. Deal with them when you get there and they're coming up, but I tend to overthink about them, and I need to stop and every now and again and just take in the surroundings, because some pretty epic gorge through here. It's and nature and trees, and yeah, it's quite specky. The Chute. So this chute looks like a reasonable run. It's a grade 3/4, but I reckon if you stayed on the right hand side and went down through that sort of centre bit, you just got to watch that bit of wash down the end. It is pretty turbulent down there. So this is called the Rumbles. Not hard to see why. You're rumbling down. So I think where I am now is Carl's Rock. I guess that's Carl's Rock right there. I should have called it Carl's Rocks. We definitely don't want to go over that rock. Well, that didn't go as planned, but we came out alright.
I used to have a line between what was wrong and what I thought was right. You kept bending all the time, winding through relationships like a river running wild, like a river running wild. I've been drinking here some time, I've been trying to see the light behind your waterfall of tears. Let's wash away our fears.
In Bordia Gorge. Woohoo! Woohoo! Inside the Bordia Gorge.
Run, river, flow, river, hushing over me. Run, river, flow, river, faster to the sea. Run, river, flow, river, rushing over me. Time I might stay, try and find another way. Maybe there's more to you and me. Maybe we drift until we're free. Run, river, flow, river, faster to the sea. Run, river, flow, river, rushing over me.
This would have been good called the Bordia Maze. Here we go. I should be able to get around this. What have we got here? Looks like we're going to drop. I think. Oh, it is a bit. Here we go. I think we've got a good line. There we go.
Water's cold, trying hard to let you go. Sun shines wild.
Well, that's the second Bordia Rapid conquered, and the Bordia Gorge done. I feel pretty safe going over the second pinnacle, but if you wanted a portage, there is, well, this water height, there's a run here to my right. I could sort of easily drag the boat around there and drop in. Or even further over the other side, there's a run. So if the water was up a bit high, you could probably run down through there. Or even I could even go down there and drag it. But I'm feeling, it doesn't look too bad to me. Maybe because I've gone down so many, I'm getting a bit more confident. Well, I found the second pinnacle. It's about halfway down that rock there. Mushroom's over. Oh, unless this is it. Holy shit. What's going on here? Shit. Can't really see what's going on. This is called Off the Wall. And it's apparently you got to run down the left here from some notes I've got. Wow, specky view. It's a 3/4, so might have been better off doing a kayak empty. Because at the moment, ooh, this is a bit of a drop. At the moment, struggling to get over these rocks. Whee! Yeah, we need to really empty this water. Okay, here's a bit of a run. So we want to stay left. That was a bad bounce. Okay. Gonna stop here and empty the kayak. She's full of water again, so we need to drain, make sure we don't get... I actually jumped out then, and I probably didn't need to, but it was going that way, so I decided that it was better than safe than risk the kayak going over and trying to turn it back over. Gonna try and stay left if I can. Yep, just, here we go. It's a bit narrow on that left bit. You're gonna have to get over here. Hope we can make it. Yep. I think I'll follow the main flow here. Yep, no worries. Very good. A little bit of a run here. That looks easy. That looks okay. Not too big a drop. Boulder run. Well, that was a 4, and yeah, it was reasonable if you don't know the path. The trouble is not knowing the exact where you should try and be going. This probably makes it more of a 4. the end of the run. The last bend. The last bend. So I must admit, I'm really enjoying this isolation of this this valley and this river at the moment. This is it, the last rapid. The Platypus Flats to the Cod Hole. Epic. Bloody amazing. Definitely do it again. It'd be great to do it with 2 people, and well, I suppose I better get down this rapid. Well, I kind of am, I suppose. I'm going to have Celebrate Health. Absolutely yummy. This particular one with the beans and tomato. That's good. A lot better than the old baked beans. Makes me a little bit nervous. If I get bitten without a EPIRB by especially a taipan, your chances are pretty slim. As far as I know, according to the Aboriginals and other reports, one of the best things you can do if you do get bitten by a serious snake is actually tourniquet, but just lay down and don't move. Like, don't move. And hopefully the poison passes through, like, so you can let the poison dissipate really slowly. If it hits you quickly, you're in trouble, but if you let it dissipate, you've got a chance. When it comes to actually doing that in practice, I'm not so sure. Walk up the Little Nambordia for a while and then hike, by the looks of it, that ridge there looks feasible, which is at the moment what I'm contemplating. Hopefully I don't come across anything too drastic like a cliff face. So we're making our way through the bush. I'm about an hour and a half in. Probably another 45 at least to go at this rate. Just slogging it up. Taking the sounds of the nature. So that's the road down to the junction and to your top left. That's just the first rapids past the junction. So back to the bike. At least it's overcast and I couldn't pick better the weather really. Kind of lucked out there. So, well, this is a bit of a disaster for the trip. Instead of taking a couple of hours to get back, it's going to take me 5 hours. Maybe longer. How a tyre goes down when you're not riding, it's like beyond me. I could have planned for this, I suppose. I could have brought my puncture kit and left the pump with the bike. I'm back at Cod Hole. So I worked out this trick. Stand on the pedals of the bike and then lean against the handlebars as much as I could, almost doing a wheel stand on the front wheel, and then just coast along down the hill like that and just maintain the speed and keep the front brakes on at a certain degree, and probably saved me 2 hours walking actually in the end. So to celebrate kayaking Platypus Flats to the junction, surviving it pretty well except for a flat tyre, cup of tea, green tea and me popcorn. It looks like I'm going to have to hike 5 k's in, carry the kayak, which is 20 kilos, 15 kilos, plus my bag, probably another 20 kilos back up the hill to here to get my gear out. Awesome, what a trip. Back to the beginning. It's a beautiful spot here at the junction. And I have to say, the most specky bit and exciting bit of the river is definitely from Platypus Flats to the junction here. It was quite amazing. The further down is also brilliant too. It's a different experience, less full on, more enjoyable in a different way. A lot more paddling and longer distances. Still beautiful and rapids, and I'm glad I did that section first because it trained me up with the kayak and how to deal with the whitewater in a safer manner without just throwing myself into the deep end. So it built my confidence quite a bit going down there, and yeah, I'm glad I've seen it the way I have. Yeah, awesome. Clarence River. Do it if you get a chance.